So what do you do when somebody talks about rapport? How do you establish rapport in an effective way? Very, very simple strategy I'm going to teach you that I learned when I was sitting in on a conference with a pretty large agency, that this was like the only thing I got out of it, and it was worth the whole thing because it took the rapport idea in a big picture and then really laser focused it into a few core things you can do to get really good results in rapport building. So in order to effectively rapport building, your goal, and this is what they taught me at the conference, your goal should just be to get them to basically laugh. Now think about that for a minute. If you can get a stranger that you just met a little while ago to laugh, what does that mean? It means that they're comfortable enough to at least open up a little bit and expose themselves in the form of, hey, thinking that you're funny and what you have to say is kind of interesting. It's enough to create the beginnings of a connection, enough to create the beginnings of rapport with the prospect. Again, visually, if you can think about somebody who's a prospect, you see me on your screen. If you see somebody that's sitting like this, leaned back with their hands crossed, what does that indicate visually? Usually that means they're skeptical. From a visual component, when your hands are crossed, it means you're reserved or conserved. You're not open and necessarily even engaged or trusting the person that you're talking to. Now, juxtapose that with when somebody does open up, what do from a body language standpoint? They lean in, just like I'm doing now. They create eye contact with you. And many times they'll mirror exactly the positioning bodily that you have. So if you're leaned back and you're sitting back like this, or if you've got a leg crossed over another one like this, they'll do the same mannerisms as well. And what that means to you is that they're connected to you to some level. They're interested in what you have to say. They're very attentive to what you're there to do. And it's a good sign that you've established enough rapport with them that they will continue to go through the process, listen to you, and begin to be open-minded with what it is that you're going to present. So it's very powerful to pay attention to body language, because any language expert will tell you what you look like, your body language, your positioning, your tonality more than the words that you say mean a lot more than the words that are actually said. So be very cognizant of that. Watch the person for that, because you want to see those arms break. You want to see their posture to be engaged. And that's usually a good sign that they're ready to begin the next beginning of the next process.